Halloween. It's Halloween's Eve. What is up, my Gaggle of Geeks? Chaz, how did your microphone disappear? Where is he? Oh no, he glitched out. This is the worst beginning to a show we've ever done so far. Woohoo! Let's put on a stinger for this. We did it, y'all. So let me just go ahead and remove him and let's talk. Let's talk, everybody. How's it going? Joe Exotic here to talk about Halloween films. A certain thing that started. Oh my God, is that the baby Yoda? That is indeed the baby of Yodas. And of course, we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian Season 2. But first, I want to invite my guests on to the show. Joining us once again, it's Jay Moore and Landon Kazan. How's it going, guys? I think that there's somebody else here. I guess we'll try it again. Oh, there he is.
Hi. I think my graphics card needs an update because it just did its thing.
Explain yourself to him.
I am sorry, our Lord and Savior Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
I have failed you, Master.
Doesn't he look evil with that underlighting?
No, dude, he looks fucking cute.
Or does he look like he's getting told a bedtime story by the fire?
Yeah.
No, he looks
like he looks creepy.
He makes a noise. He's not. When do you think he's going to say something, and what do you think is the first thing he will say?
I don't know. He'd talk back. I wonder if he'd talk backwards like Yoda.
Like it's something like the monkey in Aladdin, you know?
Do you think he'd talk backwards like Yoda?
probably.
I don't know. What if it turns out that Yoda just is, he's got some special abilities,
Oh.
Not just the Force, but maybe he was stunted a little bit in his clan and got kicked by a donkey one day and just everything is said backwards now.
I mean, yeah, maybe he was dropped on his head. Maybe the Mandalorian's like the beginning of Yoda's journey, and the Mandalorian will drop him on his head.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was muted that whole time. Jesus.
Jay.
Hey, Chaz. Hey, Landon. Hey, Patrick. How you guys doing?
Good. I thought you were too cool for us. That's why you're like, I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, I'm sitting here talking. I'm like, can anyone hear me at all? Like that, and I'm like, oh shit, this mic was muted. Damn it. So, no, what I was trying to say was that the light behind Yoda looked like he actually had the Force behind him, and it looked kind of dope.
Like the Force, okay. And you can see here. I'm gonna run and ignite it real quick while we're here. Hey there. Oh snap.
Oh, there we go.
Legit.
You actually got one. Wow.
That's what I did.
Hey, okay, can I ask a question real quick then?
Yeah.
Astro at his best.
I mean, if we're gonna kind of just geek out just a little bit here, who has the best lightsaber and why?
Ooh.
I don't know. Here's the thing. With these kind of questions, no one's going to be satisfied with the answer in the end. Everyone's going to be like, oh, well, you didn't look into the expanded universe. And it's like, oh, you didn't include the Clone Wars.
Okay. I'm just asking, like, what's your guys' favorite then? Like, we won't like be like, oh, this is canon or factual. Like, we'll just be like, oh, okay. I kind of dig this.
That's fair. Did you say Revan?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's a good one.
That's not canon. No, I'm just kidding.
My favorite is Ahsoka's white lightsabers.
Chaz, did you have one?
Yeah, I actually like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. I think it's pretty badass.
Man, I'm just gonna be the basic bitch and be like Darth Maul. Like, if you can wield that thing, it's a sight to behold.
I think Darth Maul has the best, what do you want to call it, like, appearance with a lightsaber.
Yeah, his started the whole appearance with two, and yeah.
Because like in the movie, in the trailer, like it looks like he has one the entire time until that very last, third act when like it doesn't even like just come out normal speed. It slowly comes out.
Right.
Cinematic as hell, man. I think it's a very badass lightsaber. So yeah.
And the way that was done in episode 1, 2 for the time, it was done pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was done
absolutely.
pretty well.
It was one of the first times I actually got to see like a choreographed lightsaber duel. I know that everything else was choreographed, but it was like choreographed to not look finessed. But like this was like we're going to the height of the Jedi. They're gonna be doing anything and everything. You're gonna see different abilities, and it actually like made sense because it was in that era where it was going crazy, which is a perfect segue into the Mandalorian season 2. It just premiered the first episode, and holy crap, we're not gonna spoil it because last year I did that. I did that the day. I did that the hour. I did it the hour it was released, and I know what I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but look, we can redeem ourselves here. So season 2, this picks up pretty much immediately after the events of season 1, right?
Right.
Like they're just back on their adventures. If you've seen season 1, we're gonna spoil that for sure. They are on a mission to get the child or the baby Yoda back to its home, find out where it's coming from, and you get a little bit of that into this. And if you've read the news reports and you've seen like all of the behind the scenes stuff of what characters you think are going to be introduced into this show, we get a little bit of that in this. And I'm gonna say this was one of the coolest episodes of the entire series, and it came out like guns blazing.
I agree
Let's
with
kick
that.
it off to everyone.
I totally agree with that. The way the cinematics were done in this episode were fantastic. I'm just trying not to say anything because I know Landon hasn't seen it yet. And
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is good because it's keeping us in check.
Right.
Landon, this feels like if George Lucas made it back in the day.
Okay.
I want to go
Is
that
that
far.
weird?
I was about to say that's pushing it.
It
That's
felt
pushing
like
it.
original trilogy shit. That felt like meaty original trilogy shit.
Or is that the fan service?
Especially with, again, what movie isn't fan service to the group that it's trying to cater and market to?
Okay, here's the thing.
No,
The
you're
fan
correct.
service in this was a lot more subtle than like The Force Awakens.
Fan service. I'm gonna use an easy catch-all
Here-
word to
but
try
here's-
to dismiss some bullshit that was awesome.
But I think so. Like here, but the thing is, like the way it's introduced, like the opening sequence, like the opening scene, is shot beautifully. Like the whole episode is a lot. Like the first season was shot like really well, but like this looks extra sharp, like super pristine almost. And
It's like they took the time to use the technology that Sony is developing,
yeah,
with everything, I mean, it's a tech month anyway, going into November as it is, and all these, PS5, Xbox, Sony TVs, Canon cameras, whatever they're using right now, Sony is in the lead with the 4K camera and all the quality that they're doing. And I did watch a documentary that, they were using products from Sony with 4K stuff. So the imaging was just done so well. And I have to give a lot of credit to Mr. Favreau. You know what I mean? He did
Director
a
of this
really,
episode.
yeah,
Mhm.
he did a
creator.
damn good job. And creator.
Co-creator, I suppose. Dave
Yeah.
Filoni helped with it as well. But seriously, you're onto that, Jay. And especially you talked about the Sony cameras, but I want to talk about the big dome that they're using right now for their special effects, where
The
everything is
bubble.
projected onto the screen in real time. They move, the environment moves with them. You kind of sit there and you go, oh, that's really great, and it gives you a lot of options, but doesn't it also restrict you in what you could possibly do with stuff? This episode showed me like, no, they can do so much more than you could possibly imagine with this technology. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
that's why it can't just be a single vision. Like seeing Jon Favreau work with all the other creators for these episodes and seeing what they're able to do with that technology, still using practical effects. I'm going to spoil one thing. There is an animatronic in this that is amazing and so great. It made me so happy. And it wasn't Baby Yoda, but there's another animatronic that was like, oh, I cannot believe you have this right now. They have
Right.
characters from the original trilogy. I can say that. No,
No,
right?
you can.
I
You
can say
definitely
that.
can.
just to say
Chaz,
who,
I can
but
say
yes.
that. God damn it.
I didn't say no. I said yes.
Like
No, he
Jawas.
said yes.
Like there's Jawas.
There's
Yes,
sand
but-
people.
Yeah, you can't say yes, but just go with it, Chaz.
I'm going with it. Like you're not spoiling anything. You're not spoiling anything by just saying that because, like, spoiler alert, it takes place on Tatooine.
Oh
Okay,
man.
well then let's go into our little blurbs about the episode, Chaz. You go first. Tell me, expand.
I liked it. It felt like a Western. I think there's an actor, Timothy. How do you say his last name?
Timothy
Olyphant?
Dalton.
Timothy
Oliphant.
Oliphant.
Yeah. He. I don't know if you guys have seen Justified. He plays
Justified is really great.
Yes,
by the
he
way.
plays such a great martial, like Western kind of figure, my character, and his character in this was like super interesting, and I liked how I don't know, I liked it because I had issues with the first season, and I feel like the second season is going to iron a lot of that out. Hopefully, so
Now I have a
I'm
question
stoked.
for you, Chaz.
Yeah,
With you saying you were a little bit disappointed in last season, what was the thing that disappointed you last season?
the last season it was how. I mean, let's look at the overall season. How like it started with an interesting premise and they kind of fell flat in the middle, and then by the end it kind of picked back up. From this is a stronger idea, I feel like, than the first one because we already know what his end goal is and what he has to do, and so we have the expectations and the possibilities, of certain revelations to come. If that makes sense. Without spoiling anything, but like. I mean, obviously there is a character in here who like gives a little bit of a nod, to say the least, to oh, is this something that we're gonna learn about? Like, this will excite people on both ends of the spectrum, like old fans and new fans of the Star Wars universe.
I definitely agree. Landon, when do you plan on watching it now that you've heard about everything? Are you worried that you're gonna get everything spoiled? He's sitting here with his thumbs on his butt, just like, oh crap, is this gonna happen? They're gonna say who it is.
Chaz spoils everything for me, so I'm not. It's not like it's
no, don't. What? Take that back.
Hey,
take it back.
It hurts. I'm just no. I'm excited because honestly, I like Timothy's movies. Like he did a great job in Crazies. He did a great job in Deadwood, and one of my favorite shows that he did was Santa Clarita Diet, which really canceled that. But I'm excited to see him in this. So.
And Jim's rival in The Office, the traveling salesman.
Yep.
And he was also Hitman.
Oh yeah.
He did really good in Hitman.
That one.
All right, I'm gonna spoil it. The person that is in this episode,
motherfucker! How dare you?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody. People really think John Cena is that great of an actor?
Yes, actually.
I think he's a decent actor. I mean, he still has a long way to go. I mean, we could have said the same thing about The Rock when he first got started with the Scorpion King.
Or Batista.
Well, I would say with any wrestler actor combo, when they come into Hollywood, most people are thinking,
how do you get a job here, there fuckface?
Like nobody really. Everybody's pretty surprised by it.
I think the thing I like about John Cena is he never takes himself seriously. Like in Trainwreck, how he had that character who was saying all these lines that were very questionable. Like his ego isn't big enough to like oh, I can't do this. This would ruin my image. Like
nice save, by the way, Chaz. Nice save.
Thank you.
I can see it good at like when the script is presented to him. Like I can see it that way. But if you see him like out of a film, like trying to be funny in a live audience, I just don't see it that funny. Like it
I don't
seems like
see that funny, so
hard. So what?
Nothing.
Wow.
I mean, I think he's funny in his own right. I mean, I like what he did with Cock Blockers. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I like that movie.
Hilarious.
That was a good one.
That was a great movie.
And he does okay with what is it? Daddy's Home.
Oh yeah,
Daddy's
that's
Home
right.
2?
Daddy's Home too.
He just shows up kind of out of the blue in the end.
And he has that new one where
Can we all say how excited we are for Peacemaker with the Suicide Squad?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be a super fun character that John Cena can sink his teeth into.
do you
And
think
Fast 9, he's going to be Dom's brother. That's in the trailer.
Okay, but do you think in the Suicide Squad, do you think this character looks a little bit like a phallus shaped?
I think that might just be his body type there, Chaz.
Because like
if you put anything tight on him,
it looks
it kind
like
of
the helmet
has
of something else.
Well, yeah, it looks like Orion's helmet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with.
Jay has a more pure mind.
I'm not comic. I'm not comic.
Chaz is immediately, is it
like,
a dick? Do you guys think it's a dick? I don't know why that's a first thing.
Sorry, Mr. Exotic. Sorry.
Looks at the helmet.
Lord have mercy.
Well, hey, good news. As a true Fast and Furious fan, they're doing 2 more. That's it. I'm done, and they're done.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
so
done.
happy. finished it.
Are they done? Or they're like, well, let's do a spin-off. So it's not necessarily Fast and the Furious, but
They should have finished it after Paul Walker died because he's the reason that series kept going on. Vin Diesel didn't want to come back for another one after the first one, and he came back for a second, and then Vin Diesel decided to come back for the third.
Right.
So
Let me ask you something. So we've got the Fast and Furious series, and we're going on a full tangent. Should we wrap up Mandalorian real quick and jump into this crap that I need to talk about?
yeah.
Sure.
Okay, this episode, awesome beginning, and honestly gave me more than I thought it was going to be getting in the very first episode. Like they give
Agreed.
you a lot to think about, to talk about, and maybe for our Patreon we can do a quick spoiler review after the show. So I hope my guests and Chaz can stay for that. But overall, everybody,
Damn
let's
right.
do the thumbs up, thumbs down. 2 for best, 2 down for worst.
Oh no. Yeah. For those who've seen
Good.
it. Yeah. I was about to say, if you haven't seen it, you got to
Again
give it
with the
to-
dick
no matter what.
references.
But there is one thing I do want to comment on for Star Wars in general is, you know how Marvel has the beginning with the comic book flipping up and all that other good stuff. I have to give a lot of credit to Disney and Star Wars when they had the helmets of, like Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers. I really love that intro okay, this is Star Wars, not Marvel. And I like how they actually separated, between that. I thought that was awesome.
Very
Hell
cool.
yeah, dude.
Nice. All right. So here's my thing. I was on Twitter, just browsing around, doing.
Oh
whatever.
no. Did you go into
Being a
Twitter
little-
rabbit hole?
Being a little creeper, wandering around, and somebody posted this thing. It was a Pirates Appreciation post, but it was of the first 3 movies. Because again, in the series, how many are there in total?
5 now? Yeah.
Exactly. There's 5 in here. And he's like, one of the best trilogies ever made. Now, thinking
What?
that he's a critic, you'd have to
How
ask,
do you get a job here, there fuckface?
because there are 5 films in this series. And so my question to you is, can people disregard movies that they don't like and claim that a series is a trilogy? Like if I were to go, the Fast and Furious trilogy is incredible. Like
I would have to question your judgment of being my friend at that point. Here's the thing. That's just like saying that there were only 3 Matrix movies, and really, in hindsight, there were 4 if you want to count the Animatrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't do that.
well, hey,
There's only
the
3
studio's doing
Transformers,
that.
but there's really 5 Transformer movies. You know what I'm saying? Wait, is there only 5 Transformer movies?
There's too many.
Including Bumblebee, it makes it 6.
Oh.
I can't count Bumblebee
Or if you
because
count
that's
the 80s movie, it came out as a movie. The
oh
cartoon.
yeah, that's right, the cartoon.
So I guess you would call it probably 7.
about
Well,
7.
cartoons came out from Transformers. They got Beast Wars. They've got
Okay.
Yep.
Now that you
Yep.
bring that up, Beast Wars was my shit too. Okay.
that one.
But
I
Landon, you
binge
straight up
watched
look
that
like you're
one.
about to get murdered from behind you.
Yeah, Scream is coming after you right now, dude.
Patrick,
I figured out a way to do this too. What's this? Halloween colors. Did that change?
Hey,
No, it doesn't look super
not
good.
bad. I like
It
it.
can kind of change. Yeah, we'll leave it with the blue. Whatever.
Right.
so going off that though, I mean, if you look at like horror franchises, for example, like let's look at Halloween, Freddy Krueger, and Jason, right? All those movies. If you talk to any of the fans, they never say the trilogy is the best.
Exactly.
They always pick
Yeah.
out select ones that they like the best, and like they give reasons as to why. And even like Halloween, they include the remakes of Rob Zombie and the new one that wiped the slate clean. So it just depends on who you talk to. But
It's
like,
cherry picking. It's
Yeah.
the definition of cherry picking, and
Yeah.
I hate that word.
Or even
That's
what
what
is
it
it?
is.
The Saw movies. They don't even refer to them as a trilogy. They say the Saw movies. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Is Captain
And I-
America
I
trilogy
don't-
considered a trilogy, or is Civil War an Avengers film? Oh shit! What did I
It's
say?
an Avengers film,
But it's
all the
called
Marvel
Captain
films-
America Civil War.
but they're all connected.
Let's be honest. The only good trilogy is Lord of the Rings. That's it. Nothing else. No
Okay,
more.
well, you have to always give it up for Lord of the Rings. Like you just have to. That's where there's a toll for every time you're talking about trilogies that you always have to pay, and that is the Troll in the Dungeon toll of
okay.
Mines of
But-
Moria.
So here's the question then. So like with Star Wars, we have the original trilogy, right? Then we
Yes.
have the 90s to like what do you want to call that? The early trilogy, the beginning trilogy?
That would be early 2000s. I believe that was what 2000 when episode 1 came out.
99.
Oh,
But so then we have the new trilogy. I don't know, but also I guess I don't know. But those are like in threes directly. But there are in between movies, like Rogue One, for example.
Rogue One, and
Would you include that in the original trilogy or no? Because it takes place right before the original trilogy.
I think that that needs to be its own thing. They need to do a Star Wars story trilogy. You know what I mean? So Han Solo, Rogue One, and whatever else they were gonna do. It's
I
not
agree
gonna be
with that.
Boba Fett because he's doing
up.
stuff.
Dadgummit, you need to just stop right now. Listen to me. Oh man.
Okay, but real quick, going back to Mandalorian, I think Nicolas Cage being in the episode was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? We're moving on. We're moving. We've spent so much time doing not Halloween talk at all. And this is the Halloween episode. And none of you fuckers dressed up. I put it in the chat. Jay,
don't have a
you have an
costume.
exception.
I don't have a
But
costume.
fuck you, Chaz. Fuck you, Landon. You both. You know.
I actually got my costume for tomorrow. I'm going as a crow. I should roll it tonight. You know,
Ooh,
I know
nice.
my face.
You know, this year I was supposed, we had a plan before the whole pandemic. And you guys would actually agree with this because normally I don't have this much hair on my head, okay? So Luther was actually going to be
going?
You'll see in a second though. You'll see in a second. Luther was going to be Captain America. Derica was going to be Maria Hill, and I was going to be Nicholas J. Fury for Halloween this year. That was supposed to be, the
Who's that?
setup.
I'm just kidding.
The path of the righteous man. So, yeah. So instead, I decided to wear everything I learned is from the streets. My Sesame Street shirt that my mom gave me for my birthday.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
So shout out to my mom. I know she's going to watch this. Yeah.
take that.
Yes, I'm repping the shirt.
Patrick, I'm surprised you didn't dress up as Maskini Borat.
Maskini Borat. Because
I
first of all,
thought that
I
you
already
worked
gave
it on.
I already gave them like the show on it for the last one, and they didn't know how it wore. So I thought like maybe I would need to show that off, but in the end, I maybe
The
not.
FCC will come down on you, and we'd never
Exactly.
see you on Utah TV.
And they
ever.
already have to cut out so many F words and stuff on it. It's I don't want to do too much work with them. The
Right.
video for this review didn't come out tonight yet. Usually, it
Yeah,
does, so
I was
can turn
looking
around.
for it too because I really wanted to see how everyone's costume was. And
Hey,
shout
Good
out
Things
to
Utah.
everybody.
Let's watch that video. Hashtag.
Yeah, and shout out to Good Things Utah for having my boy on the show.
It's been fun. Good Things Utah.
I'll
They're
drink
good
to that.
people.
Good
They're good
Things
people
Utah.
for sure.
What are we drinking to?
Good Things
We're,
Utah.
A
Your
business.
mom.
We're drinking to an idea.
An idea.
But anyway,
Sorry,
speaking of ideas, I have tasked you three with some ideas for some of your favorite Halloween candies and movies, because I think those go hand in hand. When you're at a theater and you're scared, what is your stress reliever? It's usually eating candy, shoving your face full of handfuls of popcorn, so that you can get through whatever is about to happen, because you probably didn't have a girlfriend, because look, you it's not that you were afraid of girls, it's that in drama class it was just weird to do a monologue and then ask them on a date. I'm not talking about anyone specific, but we need to know, what is your guys' favorite candies? Jay, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
My favorite Halloween candy, it's really not candy, man. I got to be honest. It's actually fruit snacks, man. And I
Fruit
pay.
Snacks is a candy.
Would you consider that a candy when it
It's
says
sugar.
fruit?
There's
And
enough sugar.
snack?
It's like saying a breakfast bar isn't candy. It's
Look,
candy.
I have a weakness for the corn syrup, food coloring, and everything else. Okay, and it would have to be Welch's fruit snacks would be my go-to. Second to
That's a
that
classic.
would be Twizzlers Pull and Peel.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
What flavor? Cherry, strawberry, or black?
Watermelon
First
is
up-
also in there, sir.
Watermelon is also in there. We cannot forget about that.
Son of a
It is red and green, but my favorite will always be the cherry one.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's delicious. Those are my two go-tos weekly. because I'm scared of stuff weekly. So that's my that and oatmeal raisin cookies.
Next week, can you send us all some Poland peels?
You know, I might be able to make
end of
that
democracy.
happen. I might be able to make that happen.
Do you think maybe I just should have run for president? Do you think if Joe Exotic would have made it through, it would have
And
happened?
you know what?
Just 2020,
Things
man.
would be better.
Yeah,
Things
anything
would
can
be
happen.
better.
So yeah, those are my main go-tos. If I had to
Nice.
choose other than that, it would probably have to be like, what is it? They have them at the movie. Is where I first actually had these was at a movie theater. It's dang it, it's not Nerds Rope. It's something else. It's daggone it, Sweet Tarts Rope.
Oh, okay. The filled
yeah.
ones?
Yeah, the
I like
filled
those.
ones.
I like
Yeah.
those. Jade, let me ask you this. So when you
Yes.
were a kid, what type of trick-or-treater were you? Were you
Believe it or
with friends?
not,
Were you with family?
most times I was with my dad.
Oh,
But
that's sweet.
if we did go trick-or-treating though, we would go around the neighborhood and we would do 3 laps of our apartment complex. So our neighbors would see us twice and like, you were just here. I was like, I don't know what
Nope.
you're talking about. You got the wrong person. Just because I'm black don't mean we look the same. And I grab the candy and walk away. So, my dad was like, I can't believe you just said that. I was like, but it's the truth. Look at all these other people out here that look just like us. And she thinks that I was just here. But she's like, an hour ago you were. I was like, but she don't know that.
How do you get a job here, there fuckface?
That was Jay as a kid talking to the parent.
Well, see, but there were a lot of times where I was always grounded because I was a pretty disruptive kid. So it would be once a year where I would do everything I can to make sure I hung out with my friends, go Halloween trick-or-treating and stuff like that. So, and not to mention my costumes varied throughout the year. I believe in 1993, I was Steve Urkel from Family Matters.
I was a spring.
And
Nice.
I won a competition as Urkel in 1993. It was awesome. And then the year before that, I was a dinosaur. And then when I was Luther's age, I was a pumpkin. And lo and behold, his first year of birth, he was a pumpkin. So, and last year, believe it or not, he was Baby Yoda before Baby Yoda was even thought of. So,
What?
yes,
You
and
hear that?
I'm trying to find the proof of the picture right now. So as soon as I find it, I'll show you guys.
Well, great picks for that. And Landon, we got to ask you now, as a young lad, or maybe when you were, still in high school, were you going after the girls during trick or treating or trying to do the parties and stuff? I could imagine you being like, trick or treating's lame, and I would probably still be out trying to get it, but you're at like a party doing some stuff.
I'm a diehard.
By stuff, I mean cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine's a help drug. First, I gotta say,
Perfect.
that movie, The Host, on show. Okay, I feel like I'm in that scenario because it's dark, it's green. You're right. So, anyways, moving on. But
It reminds me of what was the Unfriended? You remember Unfriended?
Yeah.
I feel like
Just at one point you're like, guys, I keep getting these DMs from someone saying I'm going to kill you with a hatchet.
hey, if I start
What's
back
going on?
green, just ignore it. Just go with it.
Nice.
So I don't know, I'm a big Halloween fan. Like, this is my favorite time of the year. I'm all about dressing up, except for tonight. Sorry. So I don't know. I liked going out to trick or treating. You can't go wrong with candy. Seriously.
Well, what was your candy? What were the ones where when you knew that dropped in your pillow sack that was going to be the first candy you were going to eat when you get home?
Snickers.
Snickers. Nice.
Yeah, I needed a Snickers to change my attitude a lot.
To be, dare I say, satisfied.
Satisfied. Right now, it's actually a peanut butter Twix, which you can really only get at Maverick. Sucks.
Those are good picks.
Yeah.
Well, Chaz, do we have anything in common when it comes to Halloween candy? Because I'm going to name off some of mine, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
100 grands, those were primo.
Yes.
100 grands are rare, and when they show up for Halloween, it's like Christmas.
I get them all the time out here. I see them all the time out here.
Because I've seen them in the sleeves. Like, you can get them as sleeves, but you can't get the bulk stuff unless Halloween shows up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Sure.
like my job, they used to have a candy bowl out in the lobby, and I'd always go through it for the 100 grand specifically.
I mean, when you think about it, out of the entire bowl, that was the best one.
Yeah. Do you hear this? Look at we have chemistry, y'all.
You guys are
Yeah.
the friend group you
Like
find
the
in
friend
every
group
school.
you find at every school. I'm into that. Thank you.
Goddamn right.
So what personality be whose? Like, would I be the nerd in the group, or is that what's going on?
No, you're the
I
dude.
think I think I very clearly described you as the jock that's going after the girls.
Yeah,
Jay
Yeah.
Moore gave himself Urkel, so we'll just stick with that, I suppose.
Age of the Geek, baby. Age of the Geek.
but Chaz or Patrick in this scenario be the pothead, because you got Patrick with the Chaz, so
Sporty guy. What? I think that was for Landon. Yeah. Like there'd be the Goonies group, and then he'd be the guy that's driving by with the car and like grabs onto the guy, like, let's give you a ride too.
Yeah, douchebag.
No.
Oh,
Hey, I wasn't saying that. Jesus Christ.
accept it. I'll be the douchebag in the group. I'm okay with it.
I'm
I
just
usually
kidding, dude.
so douchebag work.
Maybe. Well, I guess that's it. I love the Jolly Ranchers. I think that we're severely underestimating when you got a full-size candy bar when you were going around. Do you guys have that at all?
If you
Or
want
was
teeth
that
like
was that a
mine,
St. George
you-
thing with old rich people that were just like, just take it? And it was like at 7:30, way too early for trick-or-treating, but they wanted to go to bed.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounded to me like they wanted to go to bed. So, and if you like Jolly Ranchers, then you'll have teeth like mine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I am
That's
completely
what's happening
gapless
to me.
right now. Yeah.
Make sure you guys floss after tomorrow. Do we
Yeah,
need a PSA
that is
about
true.
flossing? That'd be pretty preferable for a lot of people.
Now, when you guys floss, do you ever get paranoid going to the dentist when they floss for you and like blood gushes out?
No, mostly because
that
I'm used
tells
to
me
it.
that you don't floss at all, Chaz.
Oh, I floss, but like
Do you ever
it's
get lightly touched in your gums and then it just becomes The Shining when the motel?
oh no, they don't. They don't really
elevator-
touch. They fucking like dig right into it. Like they like go like, is that your jawbone? Grind against it,
Oh boy.
No, actually, I just went to the dentist just this week, actually, and it felt like a regular visit to me. And I'm used to being there. I done spent at least $13,000 at the dentist, and I'm still gapless. So I'm used to it. So it doesn't bother me none because I do it right here in my house anyway.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I had a horror story for Halloween at the dentist. So so at my dentist they had a TV up so you can watch TV while you're at the dentist. And I hate shots. I hate shots in the mouth. And my dentist was going to give me a shot, and I looked. I was like, "What's that?" And he hit it behind his back. He literally hit the shot behind his back.
Jeez.
How terrifying is that for like an 8-year-old who's about to get a shot in the mouth and he has no idea what it is?
Well, maybe he really thought that would work.
It wouldn't work. Terrified the crap out of me. He probably had to knock me out first.
Well, I know Chaz has horror stories, and I think this is the perfect platform for you to start telling some of them, Chaz. We talked about it a little bit in your podcast over and under Artists Exposed. Subscribe. That's the full name of it.
Like the segue, by the way. I like
my haunted house stories.
Yes, you need to tell some of these.
Okay, I'll tell. I will tell. So, for example, at my old house, I remember waking up one night and I used to have a stuffed Tigger animal, right, that my grandma got me. And I woke up one night and it was moving its head and tail back and forth.
This is not the story that we were talking about. I did not. What are you talking about?
This is a story. This is in what? This is a story. Hold on.
When did we ever start with "First I was a young lad"? When we were talking about ghost stories before.
What are you talking? Which one do you want me to talk about?
When you were in the houses, the ones where you have audio.
Oh, the one where we were
the ones that are evidence and not a kid. My God.
Okay, that one was sketch because there was pentagrams and stuff, and my friend's girlfriend was like, "Yo, I hear scratching," and we're like, "Yeah, whatever." And we go in the room, and there's a pentagram right there, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm out, have all the equipment." And then they 10 minutes later, I'm outside in the rain trying to keep watch of cops because possibly we were hypothetically maybe trespassing, but yeah. But the house is torn down, so it doesn't matter anymore. So anyway. So I'm out there watching in the rain cold, and then they come running out. They're like, we gotta go. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? And it turns out they caught an audio saying there's nothing outside. And the thing with that though is like I was saying that before, like before, because like his girlfriend was like, let's go outside and try to get an EVP. And I'm like, yo, it's rainy. There's nothing outside. Boom! I have audio proof of it too. Yo, what the fuck?
You
Yes.
need to check out the episode on your YouTube channel, right? And podcast. Which episode was it?
So the podcast episode it's on is the one where it's, I think, special Halloween episode with Patrick. And then on my YouTube channel, Toothpick Videos, I think it's vlog number 2. So you're going to have to scroll because I've been uploading all my podcast episodes on there. But anyway, yeah, check out those vlogs. I have more stories like the Tigger that you didn't let me finish. So, yeah.
Hey, Chaz.
Hey, what?
Chaz, it's me. I'm the demon.
Oh, that's another thing. So, like, whispering.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
But here's the thing.
Me.
So my parents' house that they live in now, when they first moved in, I was asleep and like I heard like hissing, whispering like that in my ear. Yes. And
We're telling ghost stories up in here.
Yeah, and I freaked out and like I like woke up in the middle of the night, you know, like I thought there was a snake right by my head, and like I threw off all the covers and turned on my light, like staying there butt naked because who doesn't sleep naked? And it terrified me so bad, and I.
Right.
I'm the weird one. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. We're done with this episode.
So, anyway,
it has to happen once an episode, and I always get it timed. Chef's kiss. I love it.
Anyway, those are my horror stories. For I know.
Well, let me tell mine as well, and then let's jump into everybody's favorite Halloween movie, so we can do some recommendations for some people. In Rawlins, Wyoming, this is about 4 or 5 hours inland if you're going from Salt Lake into Wyoming. Jay, have you ever stopped there? You were a semi-truck driver.
Yes, I've stopped through every single stop you can stop off on the 80 from Nebraska all the way through going to Salt Lake City. And I got to tell you,
outside perspective, what is this? Tell me what Rawlins, Wyoming is to you.
Rawlins, Wyoming is nothing. It is literally nothing. I think there's a Love's out there, like a truck stop. And like I think that's about in a storage facility or something like that. But it literally looks like a ghost town.
Yeah.
To me, that's what it looks like.
That's a great segue into Ghost Town because, the biggest claim to fame for this, and by the way, I mentioned because I was raised in Rawlins, Wyoming. I moved there when I was 5 from Layton area, and then spent until 8th grade, and then moved to St. George from there.
I feel bad now because I made fun of
you.
Your
shit talk.
birthplace.
You shit talked it, man. It's okay though. We can get past it.
You asked my opinion, and I just gave. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Lie? I didn't know.
Here's the thing.
Question.
Why am I bringing this up? Because the prison there is an old penitentiary that was shut down. It was the first penitentiary in Wyoming, state penitentiary, and it was straight up terrifying. In fact, here, let's show this real quick. Can you see this? Is it moving? No? None of it?
Can't see anything. I just see your beautiful face.
Oh, well, that's cool.
The
Actually,
Joe
no.
exoticness.
Chrome disallowed it.
You know, I
How
actually
dare
served
it.
a mission in Laramie, and we had missionaries, the senior couple over in Rawlins. We saw them like once a month. That drive is a nightmare.
Yeah. We are all depressed.
I'm good.
Fox
I'm
is
good.
not cute. Oh, never mind. Jay's good. But this penitentiary, it had the first gas chamber. It had a gas chamber you can go into, sit down, and just chill at. And they do these night tours, especially during Halloween. You can go and do this, I believe, even now. I mean, it's Rawlins, Wyoming. Their COVID restrictions are really something, and they're really restrictive.
They're
No,
very minuscule.
they're like, you can have only 2 horses in your house. But the old pen tours at night are stuff of nightmares. Like, you go through everywhere. They're just telling you these horrific stories because it's Rawlins, you know. These are outlaws, these are cowboys that are there, and they're not really friendly. And there's a lot of like people getting hung from the top rafters. The death row is lit with these candles that the complete area is sealed off. There's no way there's air coming in, but it's just flickering all the time.
Thanks.
and it's of the worst dude that like. I don't even want to begin to talk about it. There's people like Big Nose George who we decided to make shoes out of his skin and have it in a museum in Rollins. This place is crazy, but the penitentiary tours are amazing and they're terrifying. And that's my story because it's scary.
Well, going off that, Landon, we shot at Asylum 49 for a project. Did you experience anything there? I was telling Patrick, you did not.
Until 5 a.m. I missed like the golden hour apparently.
Yeah, so I don't know if you experienced anything. 'Cause I was telling Patrick on the podcast episode that there was definitely shit going on, and yeah, that's my story with Sound 49.
My brother was walking through there and he was recording, and apparently he caught like 2 orbs. Like I saw him, like it's pretty hard to explain those 2 orbs that he got, but he got them. I've never experienced anything, so.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see that behind him?
Is that your ex-girlfriend?
I just saw orbs.
He actually did the slow look like he was in a movie. Jesus. Oh man. Well, I actually have a scary story of my own. My grandma lives out here in San Diego County. She lives in Oceanside, right by the back gate of Camp Pendleton. So my grandma is a big collector of dolls. Okay. Now
Nope.
I hate dolls. Okay. My aunt and my grandma, I don't know why they have a collection of dolls, but these things freak the fuck out of me. Okay. And as a kid growing up, that's all I saw was, oh, I got a new doll today. And now some of these dolls, they look okay. You know what I mean? My grandma actually has the original Michael Jackson doll that came out. And it's still in pristine condition, even though I opened it and played with it as a child, and she cleaned it up.
Was that sex doll or?
No, it was not.
Yes.
Rest in peace to the great Michael Jackson. You know, he made Thriller, Chaz. Thriller.
Yeah.
I know. I retweeted a video that had like Ghostface and Michael Myers doing the Thriller dance, and they were like, "Happy Halloween Eve," and I'm like, "Yes!" Indeed.
So I had this nightmare one night that these dolls would always mess with my homework and get me in trouble around the house and do all sorts of crazy stuff. And one day they just got bold and grabbed knives and just started killing both me and my brother. And my grandma was possessed by a doll, so she was just watching them do it. It was the scariest shit I could have ever dreamed of. And to this day, those same goddamn dolls are sitting inside her house. And every time I walk in there, I always just like walk the opposite direction. The only one that I have a good relationship with is Michael Jackson's doll. And that's not a segue or a pun.
My relationships with dolls.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
We're watching you, Jay.
There are some doll movies that are in the horror sphere as far as Chucky is concerned, and that is an Annabelle segue into our horror movies, where we're going to be talking about our top ones. And I want to start with Landon. What were some of the scariest films that you've seen, and what would you recommend people watch this upcoming Halloween?
Okay, so it's really hard to scare me with movies, but the only one that's ever really gotten to me was The Exorcist. It's just that there's something about that film that just kind of creeps you out. It's not just with the crucifix and the girl in the bedroom, but like the whole premise behind it is it's just pretty intense. But some of my favorite movies to watch on Halloween is Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, just because it's Ash. He's like classic. But no, there's a lot of good films to watch. You know, I do the 31 Days of Halloween, and although I kind of go 3 films a night, and then I'll put them online. What was last night? I watched Bone Tomahawk, which that has a really gruesome scene. And then I watched Martyrs. Have you ever seen that one?
Mm-mm.
It's a pretty good film. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say Evil Dead. If you like comedy, if you like horror, you know, you can't go wrong with the originals like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, or the one that was remade with Jessica Biel. Or you can't go wrong with the first Halloween or the remake, First Nightmare on Elm Street. Anything after like the originals kind of are crap. Like I watched Dream Warrior last night, and that little boy who goes against Freddy. That's like the worst acting I've ever seen in anything. That was horrible. But I'd say,
but for the time, it was period correct when you think about it.
oh, it's so bad though. That kid was so bad.
Well, I think that there are a lot of horror comedies too. Beetlejuice is one that we just saw this last week. That is primo Tim Burton. It's a crazy original idea that like you just get to see. You know, when it comes to Quentin Tarantino and his films, when he's edited down and contained, the film ends up improving. I think that's the exact opposite when it comes to Tim Burton films. When you put restrictions on him, that film does not turn out very well. Disney properties. But when it comes to things where he has his own control, like the first Batman film, Batman Returns even, and yes, Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton is fantastic in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many characters in it. Who's the actress that's in Schitt's Creek? I used her in.
I think her name is Catherine.
Catherine O'Hara is in it, and watching that again with Schitt's Creek lenses, and she's awesome. Like she's one of the best parts of the entire movie. Super underrated.
Did you guys hear that? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you guys hear that? There's rumors that Tim Burton is doing Addams Family film again.
Yes, yes, I did hear that.
I see those on certain sites that just don't look credible. And it was something like where it's like Johnny Depp is going to be the main guy. And it's like, isn't Johnny Depp always the main guy? This seems a little fake. But then somebody posted a different actor that was going to be Gomez.
Selena
Rami
Gomez?
Malek. No, not Selena Gomez. Whatever the guy's name is.
Landon, was that from We Got This Covered?
What?
Was that from We Got This Covered?
No, I think I heard that from... what did I say? It was a credible source.
Oh, there's another Halloween comedy. I forgot about. Actually, there's a few. Hold on.
Okay, I found my picture of Baby Yoda before Baby Yoda was Baby Yoda.
Show it.
Okay, let's see here. Don't show this again. Screen share. Okay, hold on. I think I got it here. There we go.
I don't see anything.
All right.
Oh, you know,
here's your films.
Oh,
it says it's sharing my screen.
This is one of the best comedies ever that is in this genre. What's the next best? Well, close to probably the best next to. This is a tradition. Every Halloween, I'm watching this.
I actually haven't seen that.
What We Do in the Shadows.
You haven't seen that?
I know. I know. I feel like it's blasphemy because I actually like.
How do you get a job
films.
here, there fuckface?
I know.
That's my favorite sound effect today. And also, we have Zombieland.
Have you seen What They Do in the Shadows, the TV series?
Yeah. Oh, that TV series is so good.
I hate to say this, but I actually think the series is better than the movie.
A lot of people think that, especially with this last season. But I don't know. I really like. I like the actors in the movie.
Oh yeah, the actors in the
maybe
movie
a little better than the series. That might
Okay,
be
so I have to screen share. Where do I go for that?
Ladies and gentlemen,
share. There we go.
So
Do you guys see that?
No.
Here it is.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Baby
is.
Yoda.
Yep, told you Baby Yoda before it was Baby Yoda. That is what my son looked like. Oh, that's 2018, not last year. But you guys get it. That's what my son looks like as Baby Yoda.
Did you get like
That's
copyright?
adorable.
Did you sue Disney for stealing your idea?
No, because Yoda is already a Disney property. So even if I were to do that, I
It was
would
a
probably.
fan picture.
Yeah, it was a fan picture.
Well, Jay, what are some of your horror recommendations and horror films? We've given our comedies genre, but what about like slashers or psychological stuff?
You know, I've always had this thing about scary movies, and I do not watch scary movies. I'll just be honest with you. But the ones that I have seen that have scared the shit out of me, one of them is The Hills Have Eyes.
Which one?
Mostly all of them. And here's the
Yes.
reason why. Because at this time, you got to remember, I was a truck driver, so I've seen a lot of shit. And some of the places I go to look like the hills have eyes. Exit 1 outside of Utah, going through Black Snake Canyon, going into Arizona from the Utah-Arizona border, reminds me so much of the hills have eyes every time I drive that route, right outside St. George. It's just scares the shit out of me. And also, I think it's Rob. See that right there? I gotta tell you, there was this one time I was driving. Why does that sound like Predator?
It just keeps going. I didn't know it would be this long of an effect.
Oh, that is art. At first, I thought that was Predator. Holy shit! Oh man, you then took me for a whirlwind on that one.
Did everyone like that? Did everybody like that as much as me? No, it didn't. It doesn't seem so.
So,
Not
Rob
we lost him. He's out.
Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses as well. That definitely got me as well. And believe it or not, I believe it's a really, really old movie, but I was young when I first saw it. The Blob.
Yeah.
That movie.
Which one?
I mean, well, I've only seen one, so I couldn't tell you which one it was. To
Black
be
and
honest.
white or color?
Color.
Oh, there we go.
No.
So that movie was like, what the fuck? Yeah, but you got to remember, at the time though, I was young when I first saw that, and I never liked slime. And every time I would turn on Nickelodeon and see the slime, I would turn the channel because it would freak me out.
Well, we also have to talk about ones that have been on all kinds of Halloween lists, like Sinister, Insidious. James Wan is kind of the new Hitchcock horror director. Like, there's really nobody else.
Is he new though?
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I have
he's moved out.
I have old millennial lens on, and I think that it's like, oh yeah, when I was in high school, that's just
because now he's in more like superhero stuff. He's gone Hollywood,
but
big studio budget.
He's coming back for The Conjuring 3 and produces all the.
He's not directing that one though. He's only producing it.
Are we gonna?
I promise you, the guy who directed what's it called?
He's doing
Lorena?
Oh shit, you're right. Conjuring 3. Well, what one was he doing that is a horror film that he's starting up? I don't know
because Insidious 5 got announced that Patrick Wilson is doing that one.
Oh, let's see.
Patrick Wilson directing it?
Yeah.
Huh. That's him. Okay, do you know I found out? Okay, in the Insidious whole Conjuring world, let's go with that one.
Malignant. That was the one.
Every bad film, like The Nun and everything, has been without James Wan. Every good film has been with James Wan. So it shows the difference between when he's attached and when he's not attached.
He produces those though. Like his name's still attached to him as a producer.
But let's just be honest, The Nun sucked. The Nun was horrible.
It's moody. It's the scares aren't there, but it's definitely moody in the production design. You can't really shit on the production design, dude. I will fight you on that.
Fight.
What else are we covering?
Anything.
Oh, James Wan. Oh, I do.
Well, we can move from James. He did Saw. He did Conjuring. Like he started all of these. And
right.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's definitely would be considered an older one. Newer one, maybe Ari Aster.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ari Aster. Yeah, like Hereditary is actually one of my scariest movies that I've seen. Like, it's the only movie that I've seen in the movie theater that's actually left me spooked, where I had to go smudge or sage myself afterward.
I would say Midsummer is not for everybody. Like that's like Hereditary. I would recommend to people more than I would for Midsummer.
We have.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your statement.
I was gonna say like I don't think those two are very even comparable because like they're different genres of horror. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Talking about you can still compare the user likability, like the people that would.
Oh,
I think it's more of an audience is there for Hereditary than is for Midsummer.
Oh, definitely. I agree. And I guess there's a director's cut of Midsommar, which I have not seen. I'd be interested in seeing it because I think Ari Aster is one of those directors you kind of need to see his whole vision to appreciate his whole style.
For Christmas.
Not bad.
We have a clip of Midsummer, actually.
Uh-oh.
No? Was that no?
I don't understand.
It was just a lot of crying. That movie had a lot of crying.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was like Cry the
Um,
movie.
Fox
So
is a new.
much.
Fox is not cute. Asked if we've seen Hubby Halloween, the Adam Sandler
Hubie
movie.
Halloween.
I have not seen it.
I have.
You saw it too? Okay, so here's my thing. This isn't his worst.
It's not
Like,
his best
if people
either.
are like, "Oh, he's gonna make the worst movie ever this year," it's not from this. He actually did fairly well, and it's now a Sandler universe. Like he's bringing back characters and doing weird
Yeah, I
stuff.
like
So if you
that-
like
I
Adam
like that
Sandler, you'll
element.
like it. Yeah.
I like his little. He has a little gadget thing. Like one of those soup. What do you want to call those?
Oh yeah, it was like his shield, like his
Yeah,
Captain America shield.
It was like different
Or, like,
tools in it. I liked
his
it.
bat belt, utility belt.
It was creative in that sense. Yeah.
I agree. What are some others? We've of course got Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm
Halloween.
Street,
Scream.
And we-
I love Scream.
Scream. Don't Breathe, I think, is an underrated film that's really freaky.
Turkey basers, dude.
Oh God.
Damn.
Yikes.
Damn. I wasn't even gonna go there, but damn. What about a scary movie? If you want to talk about a comedy, scary movie is pretty good.
Scary
Most of
Movie
them.
3 is the
Stop at
best
3.
one.
Stop
Yeah,
at 3.
Yeah, just stop at 3
Yep.
when you go to that.
Stop at 3.
The Ring.
Signs. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, Parasite.
Parasite. That's a good one too.
Do you know what a classic is?
Your mom.
Don't whatever. Don't
Train
look
to
now.
Busan is very good. If you guys have you guys seen Train to Busan?
No.
That's a great zombie film. 28 Days Later is a great zombie film.
Damn. What's that movie called? It has George Clooney in it, and I believe Michelle Rodriguez.
Batman
They
and
were-
Robin.
Oh, that's
No.
A horror classic.
that's Quentin Tarantino's movie, isn't it?
I think so. I'm
Planet
not sure
Terror?
what the hell it's called.
Planet? Or
Damn. Starts with Dawn or something like that.
It's not Dawn of the Dead.
No, it's not Dawn of the Dead. It's something else. Damn it.
Red Dawn.
No, they were like in a bar, and everyone turns into freaking
Oh,
vampires.
Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. There you go.
Robert Rodriguez's film. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
From Dusk Till Dawn. That movie was actually kind of funny to me. That I didn't find scary at all. It was just
It's
funny.
campy. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
And
Conjuring. Oh, we already mentioned the James Wan.
Yeah,
film.
I was about to say we
You were
already
so excited
mentioned
for
him.
it.
I was because I watched the clapping scene on. I think it was on YouTube today. Yeah, that scene, the suspense of that whole movie, it pays off so well. Especially there's a scene when the witch, demonic person is on the wardrobe, and it's so simple. It's such a simple location to place her, but like the way they shot it and edited it, I remember from a popcorn in the movie theater. Speaking of the witch, though, the witch is on there. That's the horror
Witch.
film.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's talk Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, all of the
I didn't.
cheese and
I
shit.
didn't like Hocus Pocus,
Under
man.
Wraps.
I will be the first to say that I do not like Hocus Pocus.
Chaz, you're not
How
alone.
brave.
I did not like it either.
I didn't like Halloween Town.
Fuck you.
Okay, well, I guess this is just the me show. Everybody's removed on this one. All right, goodbye. So let's talk about the rest of me and my movie. Oh, no, Jake came back in. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's that good internet, boy. That's that good internet.
Damn. They punched their way back into it.
Fire in the Sky. It's never mentioned.
Fire in the Sky.
Yeah,
Never seen
Oh
that.
yeah.
that is a
Oh,
classic.
That is a
the fourth
classic.
kind.
Don't
A
ever go
really
back
good
there.
alien film.
Annihilation is a good alien film.
Annihilation, Ex Machina.
Event Horizon.
Wait, would
Yeah.
Ex Machina be
Event
a
Horizon.
horror
Oh, shit. Yeah, that one's fucked up.
or are we just going into science fiction now? Like, what are we doing here?
Ex Machina is a
We're
horror
dipping
film.
a little into sci-fi horror, but that's okay.
Sunshine is a sci-fi film until the third act, and it's completely fucking outrageously horror.
Well, then, if that's the case, then I'm throwing the first Alien in the bat. Then
Oh yeah,
Fuck,
that's a
dude,
great.
nobody's-
Let's
nobody
bring
can
in the
hear you
first Terminator
scream
while we're
in
at
space.
it. First Terminator.
It's true.
No,
Wait,
First
are we-
Terminator is a horror film.
it is not a
Straight
horror
up.
film.
Oh
Fuck.
my god, it's such a horror film.
Dude, no, it
Then
is
the
not.
second,
Why?
Then the second one goes full sci-fi.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
I disagree with this vehemently. No.
I would go and say I would go and say the first Predator too. First Predator was pretty terrifying for me to watch. As
Oh yeah, that's a horror film. I think Alien and Predator are, but Terminator is fucking not.
Okay.
It just
Relax.
gets me every time I see it though, because there's this one guy in there. He's a bald black guy, and he's like, "We're gonna have me some fun." And then when he goes up against a predator, and out of nowhere, he takes his freaking arm off. He's like, "I'm not having fun."
Okay.
What about The Strangers?
Strangers is a good one.
Oh man,
I liked the remake of When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah.
I would say the remake. Yeah, I'm okay.
Is
with
that?
I like that
Are
one.
you talking about the one from 2005 or something
Yeah,
like that?
We
Yeah.
already covered it in the thing.
I remember watching that vaguely.
That's not too bad.
The
Stephen
Grudge
King's
is good,
Rose
too.
Red's miniseries is super cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it's cheesy and it's a long watch, but I like doing that.
Gerald's Game on Netflix is another Stephen King adaptation. It's really good.
Mm.
There's a degloving scene. Warning, it's graphic. Babadook's fantastic.
Yep.
So, yeah, this has
Did
been.
ghosts just show up? That was crazy. There's tons of feedback out of nowhere.
What?
Oh,
On the mic, there was like a ghost feedback. That was
Sorry,
terrifying.
you might have heard Luther.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Nope. It was a ghost, god damn it.
You sure? Because Luther gets me at night all the time, dude. And I swear to God, I think like there's someone in the house, and really it's just him moaning in his sleep. And I'm just like,
What?
what are you? That's impossible. Like it scares the shit out of me, and then I'm up for like 3 hours because I literally think that somebody's in the house. You know what I mean? Like right now, if I turn this mic all the way up, you can hear and go. It's driving me nuts. That's why I keep muting my mic. So sorry if you guys can barely hear me.
No worries.
Yeah,
Well, I
I've
think
seen enough scary movies to know that that's stuff like Pet Cemetery. So just be careful.
Yep. Oh,
Dude,
that's a good recommendation. Yep.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery. I don't know about the remake of Pet Cemetery. Did they do a remake recently?
Don't. It's bad.
I liked it. I'll be the voice to
Bullshit.
say I liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5. Yep.
I don't know, man.
Ugh.
You know,
I don't know if I can do it.
the only good thing about the original Cemetery was the little kid.
There's a ghost in his house.
Gotta be.
You.
What?
Say that again.
See? And then he was just fine then. And
Yeah,
then he just
exactly.
sounded normal. Oh, shit.
The X-Files is a horror series? No.
Pretty serious there.
Actually, believe it or not, me and my wife, we actually been watching the X-Files
Ooh.
since season 1. For a while. We saw the original when it originally came out on Fox, but now we're watching it again. Yeah, don't comment on that. But now, before we go to bed, that's one of the things that we watch because we just got bored with Before the 90 Days. Sorry, Patrick.
Wow.
Getting
okay.
bored with it.
Sometimes some seasons aren't as strong as the other seasons.
Right, we're on season 3 or 4, no, season 4 of that, and it feels brutal. It feels brutal to watch. It feels painful, but that's another topic, another story. We're talking Halloween.
Okay,
Moving
the
on.
guy in episode, I think it's episode 3, who can go through like any of the air vents or remember that guy? Like the air vents, he goes through the chimney,
You mean Santa?
he was making like a cocoon. That guy right there,
Oh,
out through that entire series.
I can't think of the movie. What's the name of the movie?
That was in X-Files.
I'm not there yet. It's been a while since I've seen it, but we're not there yet.
That's
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're just ending season. We're just starting season 2.
Oh, you would have seen
nice.
it. It's season 1.
Oh,
Nice.
I was asleep for that, so she watched it. I didn't. So, hold on. Let me ask my wife a question real quick.
I think.
Let's wrap this up real quick.
Okay. Real quick, I want to say It Follows and It Comes at Night are great ones too. The Lighthouse is a great horror film. All the artsy fartsy horror films that have been coming out as of the last, I don't know, probably decade are really solid. I would argue so.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that too. And I think that we covered quite a bit of recommendations for people that are available on all kinds of sites. I'm sorry we didn't research that and find out like exactly where you can see it. But just
called
go
Puppet
on your
Master.
Roku and search for it on the regular thing. It'll show you all of the apps that you could view it from, and you can check those out from there.
And Letterboxd
I
has that too.
Yep,
Yep.
absolutely. And I want to thank my 2 guests for joining me again. You guys killed it as always. Jay, where can the people find you? And then Landon, where can they find you?
You can find me on IG and on Facebook at jmoore or jmoore021 as you see on the screen. And you can also catch me on my podcast in about a month and a half on Let's Talk About It. Got to take a little hiatus from that for a minute, but other than that, that's where you can find me anytime, day or night.
Nice. Landon.
You can find me at LandonLK30 on Instagram. I don't know. Basically, I'm only on Instagram half the time anyways. I don't have a podcast, but I'm working on one right now.
Hey,
Nice.
congratulations.
What are you working on?
I can't spill my idea to other podcasters.
Oh shit! What'd I say?
No, it's a horror themed podcast, so it's going to go year long. I'm trying to get Chaz to help me figure it out, but he's been quiet about it. So
I've been quiet.
Oh, that just
Whoa.
you just put him on blast. You just put him on blast. Oh shit. Well, Chaz, you of course have Over and Under Artists Exposed, and you're working with me on the website getting reviews out. You just put out a new one, right?
I did, yeah, with Lane Orr, who is a nature photographer. He has a cool story about a bear, a grizzly bear, mind you. I think it was a grizzly bear. Maybe it's not a grizzly bear. I don't know. Check it out, though. I would be terrified. Yeah, Over and Under Artists Exposed, and you can check out all the stuff on Patrick's website, writing reviews for that, and yeah.
Real quick, there is one thing I do want to mention. You guys had a mountain lion scare recently with a jogger and a mountain lion.
Yeah.
That is by far the scariest thing I would have ever seen.
That guy should have thrown something real fast.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would. There's no way you're going to catch my black ass out no mountain with no mountain. We normally get along with animals. You know, we all, you know, Africa and shit, but you know what?
Oh, God.
You would think that shit would just like, you know, be like, all right, cool. You one of us, so we just gonna leave you alone. This isn't Coming to America where I got the lion slash all over me with the lion head. I'm not James Earl Jones. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, James.
Leave me alone.
That I don't even know how else we can end this. Stay after so we could talk a little bit about Mandalorian spoilers. Stay safe, everybody. Tomorrow, try to practice some social distancing while also celebrating with the people that you can about some Halloween scares and spooky shit before the world ends next week. We will see you at the next review.
Yes.
Please be advised, Gaggle of Geeks contains strong opinions that may contain language unsuitable for young children. Now here are your hosts, Patrick Beatty and Chaz Campbell Evans.